6:30 a.m. Ed made me get up super early. We left the shop 4:45 to get here to get our stone delivery. Still dark, it's foggy. It's dark. I made Ed get lost twice coming up, and I was talking to him, wasn't paying attention to the maps. Anyway, basically what we're here to do is install a crane pad. We got some truckloads of stone coming in. We got fabric on the truck. And the name of this site is Brandonville. For those of you that don't know, we did a job here about December, I think we did it, right before the new year. Anyway, we poured concrete. Yesterday we stripped the forms out, pulled our blankets off. Our finish turned out absolutely great. Now the stuff on top, that'll bleach out white once the sun gets to it. Let's go talk to Ed. We're gonna let Ed take the camera and kind of go over what him and the crane operator talked about yesterday.
Morning, guys. So yeah, I met Andy out here yesterday from Zartman Crane Company. They're a subcontractor to Solder Crane. So yeah, he just said he needed to be, I think it was 75 feet from the tower legs. So 75 feet to the pivot point of the tower of the crane was right there. And then he needs basically a 40 by 40 area here within 1 foot level of all directions. So over by the tree there, and then over there, and here, and over there, gives us that 40 by 40 flat area within a foot of level. And then they're gonna try and set the shelter with a boom truck, because they need a boom truck to set up the crane. Because I mean, that's a tall tower, man. I don't even know if you can see the top through the fog in the dark, but yeah. So yeah, we got stone coming here any minute. That's why we got up here so early, about 2.5 hours north from home. So getting the fabric out, we'll get to work. Thanks, guys.
So the fabric we're working with, guys, is way overkill for what we're doing. This is pretty heavy fabric, expensive fabric as well, but we had it left over from a big job we did, dresser, so we might as well use it. What else are we going to use it for? It's already been paid for, so we didn't want to buy more fabric just for this job. So as soon as Ed gets cut back a little bit more, I'm gonna drag this fabric right in the hole. Well, Ed got one side pretty much all dug out and ready for that stone. We got our fabric in. Now he's getting rid of some of that big rock and any of that concrete. And now he's gonna move that rock quick. Then he's gonna drop back over here and do the same thing, dig out the vegetation, lower it, and we'll install fabric there as well. Now, we're not going to be putting fabric over the road. There's no need to. All right, and this side's pretty much all dug out. That pin there is pretty much gonna be roughly where an outrigger will sit. We just measured it. Ed's gotta take another 3 foot or so material out this way. And then we'll put that fabric there under that outrigger. And I gotta be honest, we'll probably miss this area here. We probably won't put any fabric there for 3 or 4 feet. Not that it'll matter. All the weight on the crane sits right on the outrigger, so as long as where the outrigger itself sits is sturdy, we'll be fine.
Here we go, first load of mini. What do you want me to talk about? You want me to talk about how I can't hear nothing? Here comes the boom. Oh yeah. Gotta love the boom. Got quite a bit of stone going in here. Let me shut the door so you can hear a little better. Brought the 30-inch bucket today. With teeth you can penetrate the stone a little better. Put this hoe hard on the grading bucket. And the pins and bushings using the grading bucket when you're moving heavy rock like this. This job was originally supposed to be done, I think end of next week and into the following week. And they pushed up the delivery date to the shelter. So we found out about that on Tuesday. And had to get in here to get it built. So I met with the crane coordinator yesterday, Andy, from Zartman Crane. They do a lot of work with solder cranes. And he showed me exactly what he wanted. They're always best to meet with the guy that's going to do the actual crane work. Because you can waste a lot of time and money building something they don't need, or building something that doesn't work for them. Like came out here yesterday and met with Andy, and he showed me exactly what he wants, so that's exactly what we're going to build.
Alright, well, so far we got 2 loads and number 4's in. Waiting for the truck to come back. It's about, let's check the stopwatch, see the round trip. Yeah, it's about an hour, 5 minutes per load. Well, we're waiting for the truck to come back, and he's gonna bring another load of number 4s, sorry. So next load's gonna be number 4s, and then it's gonna be a load of modified, and we're gonna dump that on top. So, stupid me forgot the laser this morning, so we kind of had to lay out the old way with the board and levels. So basically, the orange line there is where we need our pad to be level. And we painted 4 corners. One there. And there. And then that over there we don't have laid out yet. That piece of rebar isn't tall enough. What Ed's basically trying to accomplish here is filling in and making a nice smooth road here. That way this triaxle driver can back up and we can kind of use gravity to help us. It's always easier to push downhill. If he dumps down there, Ed's gonna have to work the material back up the hill. That's a no-no. Always work material downhill if you can. Exactly what I'm talking about. Now that truck can back right up into here. It has a nice road. You never want to drive a truck over that stuff. If you can avoid it, do it. It's hard on the tires of the truck, the 4s, modifieds. It's easier to run on. Now, any of this material, it'll dump here and just kind of shoot it that way with the blade. It'll be a lot easier. Gravity always helps you guys. I know all you guys are thinking, we need a roller, we should have a roller. And yes, we technically do agree, but there's not the money in the job to do it. So we're just gonna track it in. Ed's been tracking it in and lifts the whole way up. Now this crane is gonna sit in this area here. And he's got to stretch across. I'm gonna show you guys where the shelter is gonna sit. I already did my layout, snapped some lines, yada yada. Anyway, he's gonna be sitting over there where I just came from. It's a pretty far reach. And right here will be the generator, sitting sideways. That I don't have lines marked, no need to, it's pretty simple to set a generator. Anyway, for the wick or shelter, we have a nice squared chalk line. These guys that set these shelters sometimes struggle. I was out on a job helping the crew do it 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I showed them that trick and they loved it. They were trying to wiggle it back and forth, and that is literally impossible. I mean, set a line. Everybody knows where the shelter has to be. There's no measuring, no guessing, it's done. So what was Alright, so all in all, we planned on using about 200 tons. Right now, we're waiting on 2 more loads at least we're gonna put in here. We're done with the number 4s. We're only gonna use 2A modified from here on out. And basically, we're gonna use wood chips to stabilize this thing around it. And there are the wood chips. Now, Ed's gonna be coming here tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be here yet or not. And he's gonna kind of touch this place up. If we need any more stone, he's gonna get it tomorrow as well. But we do have more stone coming today. It's only 2 o'clock yet. So he'll bring the laser, he won't forget that, and kind of get this thing a little more accurately graded tomorrow, touch it up, make it look a little prettier. Hey guys, we are on day 2 of the crane pad job, and basically we're not getting any more stone today. Ed's just gonna grade this stuff out. We remembered to bring the laser today since I forgot it yesterday. Now yesterday, Ed stacked some of these stones here just to help hold that stone together, the 4s and modified, as well as on this side. And we also bought some seed to stabilize. Morning, Ed, how are you?
Morning.
So Ed, how about the weather, buddy?
Crazy, man. Beautiful out, but it's a little windy, rainy. Again, tired of the rain.
Over it. So Ed's gonna fire up the 304 after we get in this compound, let it warm up, and we'll get started. Laser all set up.
Yeah, we knew that was gonna be the high corner. I could see that plain as day walking up here. So we got to take about 6 inches out of that corner, move it down there, puff this side up a little bit, and that down there as well. So string line's only gonna get you so close, but yeah. I think I just kind of lost my way when
So how mad at you are at me for forgetting the laser?
I'm used to it. Kids these days, what are you gonna do?
Well, shooting this stuff with the laser, we're kind of finding out that we need to come up here, basically on this side of the pad. But the problem with that is that if we make this much higher, this whole pad, we're gonna have to soften the approach to get in. So what we think we're gonna end up doing is kind of picture this here, guys. There's gonna kind of be a belly here. So where the crane tires sit will be lower, and then we'll boost this stuff up here on the sides where the outriggers have to sit. So Ed called it kind of like a well. It'll be like a little bit of a well here in the access road area. Now, keep in mind, we can't go too much because the outriggers have to be able to slide over, and I don't know how much there really is. So we can't go too much with that well. We got to do it minimal. Busy bidding jobs on side work, trying to get money out of Ed because he owes me money. Just kidding, just doing paperwork. So I haven't been filming much, but we need another load of stone. Ed ordered it. I'm pretty sure the stone truck just drove by. So we're gonna get another load to kind of soften this approach and kind of tidy the site up. Now, Ed has already spread all the wood chips on the slope here. It looks really good. That's ready to plant flowers, Ed. And on this side, he's working on yet. Like so. Now I gotta go find this triaxle. At least it's not foggy out and ain't early, but we still gotta walk through the cemetery, which is no fun. So guys, I'm gonna give this guy a YouTube sticker. And by the way, all this merchandise that we have is going to be available shortly. We're just waiting for the shirts to come in. Well, Bobby Bolin, this is for you. So all week I've been trying to get Ed to sit in the cab, talk in the cab. We even figured out a new way to mount the camera, and he forgets. Why is that, Ed? Why do you forget? No, because Ed's doing all the work because I'm sitting here doing nothing. That's why. Anyway, we got this pad pretty close to level. And we have it perfectly laid out for the crane. They have plenty of room to sit. One outrigger will be about here. We don't have a pink dot there yet. I'll have Ed put one there for you guys. Now,
probably wanted 30 feet. We gave him 33 feet.
All right.
33-foot square, which is like a 45-foot triangle.
Okay, and then what do you have as far as differences in corners?
These two here are dead level.
Okay.
And then he wanted it 1 foot slope, the length of the crane.
Okay.
And he's gonna back the crane up because the front tires have to be off the ground, he said. So he's gonna back the crane up, and he said the outriggers on the rear of the crane sit higher than the ones on the front of the crane. So, I don't know, that's how he wanted it. So that's what we're gonna do.
We give them what they want.
Soften this approach.
Yep.
Down. This is my method for I wear a size 10.5, and as you can see, it's a foot.
As you can see.
So rather than carrying a tape measure around all the time, I use my foot. Look at that.
8 inches, bro.
8-9 inches, yeah. That's good.
So like Ed say, you're gonna get on that machine and spread this out quick?
Yeah, just gonna soften that approach up and get them up and down.
Okay. Whoa! It scared the heck out of me.
I figured you do that.
Thought it was a python. Ed's gonna let me sticker bomb the new 304. Bend that thing down. I got this pretty soft, bro.
I keep it as close as to the serial.
I got a bunch of them.
It's gonna take you forever to get ours open.
I know.
Around that side too, man. Your favorite.
What are that? Juices.
Better let me open one.
Yeah, here, go down. I think you should put one on your $70,000 to $80,000 machine.
Piece of junk.
That's right. That's rough.
for anybody that we send these stickers to,
Sorry ahead of time.
yeah, sorry ahead of time.
Ed will give you guys all back 50 cents out of his own pocket, right,
Yeah.
Ed?
It takes a lot of patience to open one of these stupid stickers up.
Well, their mics are the same way.
Are they? That's what you get for cheap. Not straight.
How is it?
Take that side up.
Good?
Down a little bit. Good enough for Dirtperfect, right?
Yeah. SRT. That's in case we get pulled over. Tell me no cop.
That's right.
We know Officer Hoover. He let us out.
That's good.
Man, you talk about me, Ed. So I know all of you guys heard Ed making fun of me about putting the stickers on straight. Let's all take a vote of what sticker Ed put on. It's crooked.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not full tilt, that's half tilt. Well guys, we got this one all wrapped up. Ed got it looking nice and pretty. We also threw seed along the whole edge. We ended up getting just one extra load today because we really did need it. Yeah, it's just under 200. Step back and get a good view. Turned out real nice. Now, same thing, there's a slope on this side. And Ed also, while we're here, took some of these wood chips out of the swell. So this will probably work better now too. And same thing, we just threw seed down to stabilize it. Well, the new 30-inch bucket was definitely a win. We needed that. The Cat 304E2, we don't need that actually. I think it's a piece of junk. Well, Ed,
That's it for this one. Now we're on to either Catawissa or Ewing, New Jersey. Not sure which one yet. We're really pushing to get Catawissa, but they have to get all the tower modifications done there before we can move in there. So the rain might have held them up this week. We'll find out today. It's gonna be one or the other. And we got a new guy helping us starting Monday. Can't wait, man. It's gonna be great. So please like and subscribe. Now I'll turn it over to Brandon.
I'll let Ed finish this one.